videos was about finding summer, finding summer, finding summer. When something or someone is gone, we search. After searching for a long time, we exhaust our resources, and we naturally start to lose hope. As hope dwindles, our hearts ache for a new source of hope, because our best search efforts are not good enough. This is where prayer becomes a priority. Unfortunately, in our human nature, it's often a last resort. But prayer is a privilege. Through nature and revelation, through His providence, and by the influence of His Spirit, God speaks to us. Prayer does not bring God down to us, but it brings us up to Him. Jesus says, "Abide in me." He invites, "Come unto me, and I will give you rest." So does this mean we just rest and don't do anything to try to find summer? No, the heart that rests most fully upon Christ will be the most earnest and active in labor for Him. We're not to stop trying to find summer and all missing children. If the Good Shepherd would leave his 99 sheep to go search for the one, how much more so should we do that for our children? When we combine this work with faith in God through prayer, He is faithful who has promised. When we do not receive the very things we ask for at the time we ask, we are still to believe that the Lord hears and that He will answer our prayers. But God knows what's best for us. And when our prayers seem to not be answered, we are to cling to the promise, for the time of answering will surely come, and we shall receive the blessing we need most. But to claim that prayer will always be answered in the very way and for the particular thing that we desire is presumption. God is too wise to err and too good to withhold any good thing from them that walk uprightly. Then do not fear to trust Him, even though you do not see the immediate answer to your prayers. Rely upon His sure promise, ask, and it shall be given you. If we come to God feeling helpless and dependent, and in humble, trusting faith make known our wants to Him, He can and will attend to our cry, and will let light shine into our hearts. We may have no remarkable evidence at the time that the face of our Redeemer is bending over us in compassion and love, but this is even so. We may not feel His visible touch, but His hand is upon us in love and pitying tenderness. Keep your wants, your joys, your sorrows, your cares, and your fears before God. You cannot burden Him. You cannot weary Him. He who numbers the hairs of your head is not indifferent to the wants of His children. His promise is sure in 1 Samuel 7:12. Hitherto hath the Lord helped us, and He will help us to the end. Why should the sons and daughters of God be reluctant to pray, when prayer is the key in the hand of faith to unlock heaven's storehouse, where are treasured the boundless resources of omnipotence? It should be a pleasure to worship the Lord and to take part in His work. He is our best friend. The Lord desires His children to take comfort in His service and to find more pleasure than hardship in His work. We must gather at the cross. Christ and Him crucified should be the theme of contemplation, of conversation, and of our most joyful emotion. We should keep in our thoughts every blessing we receive from God, and when we realize His great love, we should be willing to trust everything to the hand that was nailed to the cross for us.